last flat out. Big teams, big boys, right?
My highs and lows inherit growth, Mr. Deeds. Went from jumping.
Welcome back to The Last Flat Out. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm with Jay. This is a new thing we're going to try right now. It's called LFO Hot Takes. So we want to bring a little bit of our personality for you guys to see what we follow on social media, what we're watching on TV, and what do we think about it. So we're going to try this. Please let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree, if you like the segment or not. Let us know.
So before we jump into it, I'm doing this because I love this guy. And like I said, it's true. We should show a little bit of our personality. So we're going to jump right into it. Hot takes, like hot sauce or hot whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and do it, man.
Talk to me. You got a girlfriend. I know you've been watching Love is Blind.
Yeah, man. So Love is Blind, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, gets me real hype. And I'm not the type of guy who watches a lot of shows, but this thing sucked me in real quick, right? And for me, I want to talk about, I don't care if I'm ruining it for anybody here. So we need to talk about AD and Clay. We need to talk about my man Chelsea and Jimmy. I'm not really concerned with Amy and Johnny because they're like,
good.
they or whatever his name is. Yeah, they're good. They don't care about that. But when I see the AD and Clay situation, I think they're not gonna get married at all. Like, so you could tell that he was the type of dude that once they went on DR, he got a few rounds in him. he woke up right next to her and was like, I can't spend the rest of my life with this girl, right?
All right.
So what do you think about it?
I'm Team Clay. So I just want to point out.
Of course you are.
I just want to point out, Jay was rooting against him from the start. You wanted her to go with the Matthew guy,
yeah.
or the
But
weirdo
then
guy.
when we found out he was
Come on,
crazy,
like-
no, whoa, time out, back it up, because I was also Team Trevor before I found out the dude was married, had a girlfriend, and stuff like that. So let's back it up. Before that information, the guy who was showing her the most amount of attention, the most genuine amount of attention,
What the camera showed,
was Matthew. Okay, yeah, well, I guess what the camera showed, but Clay, you can tell the moment he saw her, he got a little mesmerized by her voluptuousness, right? Yeah. She stacked, right? Feel me? So you can tell he was just like, baby. He forgot her name.
He did.
He forgot her name.
Yo, but I was gonna say they matched personality wise. They connected on the Love is Blind tip. Physically,
no, they didn't. Because what he said was, looks are important to me.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
she's
she
like,
ticked that box.
but you know
off.
what? No, let me back it up too. The reason why she didn't want to give him looks is because you can tell she's the type of chick, at least from my opinion, from what I saw, who leads with her body. So she's like, you know what? I want to try a different experiment this time, where I fall in love with somebody based upon my personality. Because you can tell that body has got her.
Yeah, he was the only guy. He walked her back to the door closing. He was feeling her. He was feeling the looks.
He was feeling the looks for sure. And then, but what really did him in though was he keeps repeating, I don't want to cheat on you. I don't want to cheat on you. Ladies, as a man, he keeps repeating that, he's probably going to do it. Right? So,
fellas, if you feel that way, say it one time. And that's it.
Move on.
Move
on. Yeah. All you have to do is move on, not do anything extra with that type of stuff.
All right, so you got Chelsea and Jimmy.
Dog. Chelsea and Jimmy. So Love is Blind, the reason I like it is because I love to study human behavior informally. I don't have any degree in it, right? Mm-hmm. You know how they always tell you, don't be too available. Don't be too much in the beginning. Yeah. Don't love too hard, blah, blah, blah. Let them earn it. What Trevor went through, putting aside his off-camera activities that he ended up having a girlfriend, whatever. But before that, he made it clear. I like you. I don't care about how you look. I'm not talking to anybody else. He was as available, as straightforward, as honest as a man can be. And remember, Chelsea was
available,
yeah, available. But Chelsea came on the show saying, hey, I want to find love. I want somebody who treats me well. Trevor was going to check all those boxes out. Meanwhile, you had F-boy Jimmy talking to two girls. And he made the wrong decision. So,
he couldn't do the child. He couldn't do the child.
He was talking to two girls. He even told Chelsea he was talking to two girls, and Chelsea even liked him more. Does that sound familiar to a lot of you on the looking on the camera
People
right
like
now?
what they can't have.
Yeah, exactly. People want what they can't have. And I kept repeating that to my girl. People want what they can't have. We've all been there. We've all been attracted to the person not giving us as much attention, not texting us as much.
And the person that's not good for us.
And a person who's definitely not good for us, right? And not me. I'm perfectly happy now. No, but that's the one thing. Before I had met my girl, when I lived in London and I was single, there was definitely a lot of that cat and mouse exciting, right?
Yeah.
Like toxicity and stuff like that. That was great. But like when you're trying to find a mature type of love, like my girl always says, if he really wants to, he would, right? If you really want to do something, you would.
Don't say that. Don't put that.
No, I want to put that out there. I'm just saying, if you really want to do something, you would. That goes for girls too. That goes for girls too. That's not just a dude thing.
Talking, yeah.
That's not just a dude thing.
It's both ways.
It's both ways, man. It's two ways.
Both ways, yeah.
So anyway, my thoughts on that is Jimmy's not gonna. If Jimmy says yes to that, it's just for the Instagram and the cameras because he's gonna divorce her right after, right? Because I just don't see the chemistry. Chelsea's definitely very insecure. Very insecure. That's a turnoff. He can't even have. I mean, what do you think about the fact that he told her that he slept with the friend that she introduced him to? That's a rookie.
He was
move.
wild.
He was wild.
But she gave herself away too. She came when they met. She said, "Oh, Jimmy turning down sex. He's never done that, or he wouldn't do that." Like,
I would have looked at her like, "What are you doing?" Not that.
But to be honest, though, I think they really are friends, cause she came on the show like
she wanted to come for the airtime, man. Everybody's trying to get clout on this show, man.
I think they're the type of friends where if they both single, it could go down, but they respect each other's relationships.
Okay, I guess fine. Well, before
we might have to edit that.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, but before we I guess before we move on to the next hot take topic, what do you think about Sarah Ann hitting up Jeremy? Even while she knew she was engaged. What a bimbop, man. That was disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful. But granted the nature of how they met and it's the show.
Yeah.
It's like if you're really looking for love and there's a connection, you could throw that out. Because honestly, when you choose somebody, it's not necessarily that you're gonna marry them or anything like that. It's still a game show, not even a game show. It's still a show.
It's an experiment.
And it's experiment, and they still have to get to that altar and say, I marry you. I do. I think it was It was Jeremy's fault for playing into it.
That's true.
He kept that door open.
Remember, he liked it.
Yeah, he liked it.
And then he told Laura about it, and I was like, "Yo, my man, if you got a message like that, just delete it.
Yeah, just
and
delete
move on
it.
with your life, and don't even tell your girl because that's just gonna bring issues into your life.
Yeah.
Because
had that in the back burner if you ever wanted to. Oh, I know she reached her eye.
Things don't reach out to Laura, you double back. You know, you feel me? So,
and you won't look like a creep because you'll be like, I didn't message you because I was engaged. That didn't work out. Now I'm free to, hey, is that offer still available?
Reach out to Mike for head coaching advice.
All right. Next one. We got to be quick on this one.
Yeah.
All right. The situation that's looming around. How do you feel about Diddy?
So for me personally, I think I liked growing up the Bad Boy brand. I was never a fan of, I was never a fan or I never disliked Diddy. Mm-hmm. And I liked his producers and musicians that he brought up. But with the amount of information that's coming out, I think it's too overwhelming. And the fact that he settled so quickly with Cassie, if he had not really done anything, he would have played it out in court. That's my own opinion. But I think what's currently going on with him right now, I just think my man is in a free fall right now because he was at the top of his game at one point. And there's just too much commentary coming out right now, and they're all consistent. So unless they're all collaborating with one another against Diddy, which I find very unlikely, I think my man needs to be taken out of the no slander team that Mike has.
Yeah, he was a part of the no slander team. It consisted of 3 people. It was Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy. You couldn't talk bad about them around me.
Yeah, no, you couldn't.
He has now been removed. You know?
Okay.
For multiple reasons. One, if allegations are true with Cassie, we here strongly believe, we are totally against, abusing women
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
any shape or form. So we don't know if it's true or not, but we just know he's settled. So, and there's been allegations.
Right.
So so he's there for the world to go ahead and attack him if y'all want. We can't defend that anymore. So but definitely growing up, he was definitely an idol as far as just his entrepreneurial spirit and things like that, and him coming from being a backup dancer to a producer to then a rapper and all that, having a clothing label. That was all inspirational things. So it kind of hurts when that happens. But, if everything is true, he did it to himself. And,
it's true. He did it to himself, man. I think power, greed gets to your head sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You always say to yourself, I would never act like that. But you have no idea because you will most likely never be on that level, right? Of fame, wealth, and power, right? So, look, man, so if the allegations are true, then, which I just think that there's just no room for that in this world, right? There's just not. But moving on to the next thing about that, so another person who's just as equally as polarizing, Kanye. What do we think about Kanye now with the new album, Vultures? What he did with the Super Bowl from a marketing standpoint, how he was able to monetize that. Is it just noise? Are you back on the Kanye saddle?
I actually like his last album, Vultures. Right. I've been bumping it in my car daily. I like it. As far as I think he's gonna go down, God forbid, if he ever passed, people are gonna go back to his quotes and are gonna praise him, And unfortunately, that's the society in the world that we live in today. Is he kind of weird in my opinion? Yeah.
But aren't all great artists a little weird?
I guess so. Yeah.
But I was definitely a big Kanye fan growing up.
Yeah.
Huge Kanye fan. I mean, he was writing everybody's rap for like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Like he was doing everybody's beats, producing everybody's hits. To have that level of music astuteness, right?
Yeah.
That you can't deny that.
It's kind of fell off as far as his messaging.
Yeah, his messaging got, ever since his mom passed away, you can definitely tell there was it was almost an immediate change what happened, right? And I just think that certain people need certain people to keep them in check. And I think that's what Donda did for him, because the guy's totally fallen off the rail for a few years from, founding that church to like, now he's still a little weird going on with this. Like,
I actually like the church. I like the church albums.
Did you go to the actual service?
I wish I would have. But the albums are
white,
good.
Dye your hair white and all that stuff.
I got the sweatsuit and all that.
Oh my God! You just wanted to be an extra one of his videos.
Yeah, man.
But there was a time where I stopped listening to him because of how much I was like, wow, this guy's not all the way there.
Yeah, some of the things he was saying.
But he seems to be trying to make a comeback musically, and I support that. I find that his relationship between him and his girlfriend a little weird. That it has to be a humiliation kink, because why is she doing this? I don't understand why anybody would humiliate themselves that way.
Yeah, they
seem not to care at this point. I think from a marketing standpoint, they want all the eyes on them because all publicity is good publicity, even if it's bad. But what he did with the Super Bowl was great.
It was genius. What he spent $0 marketing dollars to produce the video. They shot it on the iPhone. This shows that, and then we're talking through this as well. It's like, because right now we've been producing on a pretty high level and all that. I've been telling John, we gotta sometimes go off the cuff and like, let's film some stuff on the iPhone. And it could be a little shaky, the video, not have to stabilize and all that. It's okay. But that's what Kanye did. And then, but he paid $7 million for the advertising spot. But then in return, just to have eyes on his video, they ended up making like $19 million in sales.
They ended up profiting $12 million on a $0 iPhone
iPhone
video. Wow.
Yeah.
And And I guess the last one,
And he priced everything at $20 on the website.
I saw that 75 dirhams or something like that.
Yeah.
Genius. You bought the.
I bought it was $20. Yeah.
Did you get them yet?
I didn't get him yet. So he was smart. He didn't even spend any money on manufacturing costs. It was all pre-orders.
What do you mean? Oh.
So he took the orders up front. He got the cash. Now he's producing it.
Because he didn't want to overproduce anything. He didn't want to have to do a Yeezy
Overproduce or put up the money. Yeah.
Wait, is he not? He has to make a profit. Oh, he took the money all up
No,
front.
so take it all up front. And then now he's produced, so it's going to take like 6 weeks to ship out.
So you're about to get the sock shoe or whatever it is? That's crazy. You going to wear that here one day?
I might throw it on. I might make an appearance.
I guess the last one, before we sign off on this hot take segment. I know you're a ball player. What do you, as someone who's a basketball connoisseur, what do you think about the new Allstar Weekend and the All-Star game specifically? Because the 3-point contest is always going to be the 3-point contest. You can't.
That's the best
That's
thing
the
now.
best thing now.
And that used to not be the best.
It used to be the All-Star game, the dunk contest, the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
Now it's the 3-point contest, depending who's in the dunk contest, and then the All-Star game has taken a serious downturn.
Yeah. I mean, NBA All-Star Weekend, it used to be a place where you wanted to go, and it's crazy because now that I could probably afford to go to All-Star Weekend, I don't want to go because it's just a joke, and you're gonna spend all that money to, let alone if you attend if you attend the game and all that, it's like you're just watching it and it's a joke. And those players play hard in the summer league and all that. They talk about they don't want to get injured or anything. If they go to the Rucker, they're not playing like that.
No,
They'll
they'll get
hard.
booed out. They'll get booed out. No,
Exactly.
No. You're not going to Rutgers like that.
Yeah. So even from the dunk contest as well.
They rigged that one.
Yeah.
Jacob Toppin should have beaten Jaylen Brown, but the NBA wanted a superstar in the finals.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, whatever happens in the finals, happens in the finals. He couldn't. The guy did a under his leg 360 dunk. What did Jaylen Brown do?
I don't know. One, he jumped over Kai Cenat, which is he's 5 feet. Then he made him sit down. But to be honest with you, I'm with Stephen A. Smith when he says he blames LeBron for
LeBron should have
he should have went.
He should have
because
went.
Everybody now follows LeBron. LeBron is they say he's the GOAT. To me, he's number 2. I'm from the MJ era. It's MJ then LeBron, But he's the current GOAT today. And he sets the tone, he sets the standard. And since he missed out on that dunk contest, that's it.
Where do you think that the future of the NBA lies? Do you think we're in good hands with the next generation of players, or do you think that there's going to be a little bit of a vacuum because there's no clear face to the NBA? I'm sure you've seen those discussions because there was always, you had Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain, Bird, Magic, then you had 90s of MJ.
Yeah.
Then you had Kobe, Shaq. Then you had LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, Steph,
KD.
Yeah.
Who's after? Who's the clear cut after?
I don't think there's a clear cut one person that's taking it. I think you got some people that are I really like Anthony Edwards. I hope he stays healthy.
He has the personality for it.
Yeah,
for
he has the personality.
Jokic don't want it. Jokic is the best player, but he just wants to be in Serbia with his horses. You feel me?
Yeah.
He just wants to go win chips and go back home. Right? Giannis is the type of person who's, he's great on the court, but I just think that he's in a small market. He doesn't really mess with the other NBA players like that because he likes to train by himself.
Yeah. You got Luka. I don't know how marketable Luka is, but he can skill-wise, he's there.
Yeah. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right?
Oh, yeah,
man,
Shea.
we need somebody from New York to just be the face of New York, to be the face of the NBA, man. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When New York Knicks are popping, we are the waviest team in the league. We are the waviest team in the league because you know why? When New York is popping, the NBA is better. Everybody says that. When New York is good, the NBA is better. You know that.
I like the 90s Knicks.
Of course, lunch pail 90s Knicks. You didn't wear a Melo guy. When Melo was here and we had that one good year in 2012, 2013, New York was wavy, man. I remember going to those games. I was like, we got a top 5 player on our team. He had nothing else around him, but it was a great time. It was a really great time. But I think in order to fix the All-Star Weekend, there has to be an incentive. Somebody like baseball, winner gets the home court advantage on the finals, right?
Oh, that happens in baseball?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
They
something
gotta
needs
do
to happen.
something.
Right.
And they got to do something for that dunk contest because the dunk contest used to be it.
Put $1 million up or something like
Yeah.
that. Or you know what they were thinking about doing? Bringing those professional dunkers to come.
I don't want to see them. I don't know who they are. Come on. Even Mac McClung. I know he's known for dunking and all that.
He had
but
videos. Yo, he was crazy at Georgetown.
yeah, I don't want to see him. He was
Yeah.
crazy in high school and all that. I want Zion to come. I want Ja Morant to come. I want those guys to show up.
They need to get incentivized, man. But let's see. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's the end of our hot take segment.
Let us know. Let us know what you think. And let us know what topics you want us to talk about next time. We're going to release these more quicker and on time with what's going on, current events. So let us know what you think and what you like.
Hit the comments, hit the like button, share it. We out.
Peace.